Hey, it's Jonathan here from Mystery Maker, and in this video, I'm going to take you through how to create a haunted themed murder mystery party kit. And to do that, we're going to use this website here, mysterymaker.party. Just creates murder mystery kits in minutes. It's super easy and super fun to do. I'm already logged in, as you can see here. So I can I'll pop out to this page and I can start, typing in whatever it is here. If you log in as well, you might come to this page. We can click this Create New Mystery button, and we can start filling in the details here. So in terms of mystery, I can type something as simple as like haunted and just see kind of what comes up. I do have kind of like a more specific idea that I want. So I'm going to do something like a haunted seance in a Victorian era mansion. So I generally find that when I have like a more specific vision, a clearer idea of what I want, I can type that in here and I'm more likely to get what I want. But I've also, you can see in other videos, I've kept it more broad and have narrowed it down a little bit later, and it's just as fun and it's just as satisfying. For this one here, I'm going to do a murder rather than an intrigue, so there is going to be kind of like a murderer on the loose. And then in terms of the different style here, I'm going to go with like a character-based. No, you know what? For this one, let's do a detective style. The difference between the two is detective style means that I'm going to play the detective, the host plays the detective, and kind of knows who the killer is already. And in character-based, it means I can play a suspect as well, or I can play the detective. Maybe, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll do the character-based just because I'm not sure which one I want to do yet. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up creating this for 10 people in total. And so that means that I'm either going to be inviting 9 friends or 10 friends in total to play the 10 suspects, and I'll play the detective in this case. For this one, I'm not going to include an accomplice mechanism just because like 10 is probably the maximum. I can include an accomplice, but I think for this one, I'm going to keep it more simple. And the reason is because I'm going to invite a bunch of new people to play with me today. So we're probably going to go with detailed scripts. This way it's just people can kind of just read it. It still gives them a little bit of room to improvise, but just makes it like way more clear and easy for them in terms of the scripting. And then I can put in any additional details here. So I already put in quite a bit here, but I can put in details about the actual Victorian mansion itself, what era it is. I can put in stuff about the characters already. And if I don't put anything, that's fine too. I can hit this button and I can get more details later. So you can see here that it's starting to generate the mystery concept. It looks like it has some additional questions for me. So let's see here. So it asks a few clarifying questions. What is the specific occasion bringing everyone to this seance? So either a wealthy family trying to contact their recently deceased patriarch, a gathering of spiritualists, high society members. I love high society members. I just think that there's more personalities there. And I can either number these or I can just put them into the chat. It doesn't really matter. What tone am I aiming for? I love the idea of, let me think here. I think mystery thriller. Let's do that. Mystery thriller. I could also put something completely different, but these are some great suggestions. And should the supernatural themes be genuinely mysterious, clearly fraudulent, or ambiguous? I actually love the idea of genuinely mysterious. I did not spell that correctly, and it doesn't really matter. Here, genuinely mysterious. I'm just going to click go, and the generator will kind of understand and get a gist of what it is that I want. And then it has one more question here. Wow, that's really specific. Height of spiritualism's popularity, peak seance era, and then the gaslight era. So I'm thinking peak seance era sounds great to me. So unless it doesn't have unless it has more questions, it's going to probably take about 30 seconds to generate a first concept of a mystery for me. So we'll come back in about 30 seconds and we'll see what it generates. Okay, so we have our first draft here. So let's take a look here. Whispers from the Veil. Okay. It's autumn 1869. London's most elite spiritualists have gathered at Ravenscroft Manor, the sprawling Victorian estate of the renowned medium Madame Celestine Blackwood. And tonight's seance is no ordinary parlor entertainment. It promises XYZ. And Percival Ashward, who died under mysterious circumstances 6 months ago, his will remains contested, his fortune unclaimed, and his secrets allegedly waiting to be revealed from beyond the grave. As midnight approaches, 13 candles are lit, the guests take off their thing, and the phantom voice echoes through the hall. Objects move on their own accord, and when the lights turn on, one guest lies dead, their face frozen in an expression of absolute terror. Was it murder by mortal hands, or did something from beyond the veil reach through? The doors are locked, the storm raging outside makes departure impossible, and everyone at the table had reason to fear what Lord Ashworth's spirit might bring forward. Okay, so the victim is Madame Celestine Blackwood. This was the celebrated medium in London society. This sounds great. We have a bunch of reasons in here. You're going to see why people might dislike her, because she had promised tonight's seance would reveal all truths, and what do you know? All the guests have secrets that they want to be kept as secrets. So of course they all have motives to commit this crime. So let's take a look at the character list here. We have a lot of great characters. We have Lord Percival's eldest child, a physician. We have a former business partner, an occult scholar, decorated military officer, beautiful young socialite, clergyman, a younger sibling, a detective, and a private secretary. And Madame Blackwood, let's see the way that she died. But this time the spirit seems to have taken them with her. The room reeks of bitter almonds, suggesting poison. So poison is the murder method. And there's just some wonderful details around that as well. So we could really change anything here. We can change the names. We can change some of these occupations. We can change some of the characteristics of it. So for example, we can make Lord Edmund incredibly nervous and jittery. If I had someone in mind that would play that. And we can also make the clergyman really dumb and out to lunch. Not the brightest tool in the shed. I don't know what the expression is. Maybe that's for me as well. And we can change also. It doesn't have to be in London. It doesn't have to be called Ravenscroft Manor. I'm not too fussed about this. I think these details are enough for now. We can also change the murder method. We can change details around the murder method. And we can also start planting seeds about which of these characters have feuds with other characters, although a lot of that will be developed in the actual generation of the full Murder Mystery Party Kit. But if I had any ideas, I can enter it now. Okay, so here is the revised version. So I think we only revised some of the character things. So Lord Edmund is a nervous wreck who jumps at shadows and constantly wrings their hands. So this is a wonderful detail, because now whoever's going to be playing Lord Edmund is just constantly, or Lady Edith Ashworth, is just constantly going to be nervous and jittery. And it's just going to be like a super fun and funny character to play and to interact with. So I think that's a wonderful little detail. And we have the clergyman here as well, a bumbling, absent-minded clergyman who seems perpetually confused about where they are and why. It's so funny. I think this is going to be such a funny and fun character to interact with and to play as well. So let's leave it there. I'm really happy with where this mystery is. We could do some more editing as much as we want, but I'm going to go ahead and hit the generate mystery button and just do a quick review. We have 10 players here. We can see the story preview. We can see those 10 players listed for us here. Everything looks great. We're going to get all this amazing stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and click the complete purchase button, and then we'll meet back here to generate the murder mystery. Okay, so just finished payment and landing on this page with this big red generate mystery package button. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. The mystery should take about 10 to 15 minutes. The less characters there are, sometimes it often takes less than 10 minutes. I shouldn't say sometimes, often. It often takes less than 10 minutes. For larger mysteries, it'll take 10, maximum 15 minutes. I've never seen anything really take more than 15. And you can see here that it's loading in real time. So you can see kind of what's going on in the background. You can also close this page. You can leave this page. It's not a big deal. It's going to keep loading. You'll see this. If you do stay on this page, you'll see it change, and it will automatically refresh when the mystery is done. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back once this mystery has been generated. Okay, so here we go. The mystery has been generated, the mystery kit. So here you can see we have the different aspects of it. First off, we have the host guide. It gives us the game overview, materials, prep, how to set things up, guidelines. It really explains, it just makes it super easy for the host to actually know how to host the party, and it kind of explains the rhythm of the games, which is great. Character guides here, so we have all 10 of our characters. You can click into them. Comes with like a really detailed description of them, a little bit of background so that all the people can get into character. And like I said, there's lots of great information about relationship to the victim, relationships to other characters, super important. And then it just kind of goes through the actual rounds itself. And you can see here that we asked for it to be detailed script, so we got a detailed script. So all this is looking really good, really easy. If anything looks out of place, you can just hit this button here, make some edits, and you know, so whatever it is, we can get rid of this word measure, whatever it is, and save it. It just as is. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't make sense. I'm going to definitely put that word back in, but you get the idea, right? So that exists for all 10 characters here. We can go into the evidence cards. We got all the information here. The host can see some of the like implications of this. And you can either click on the images, or the easiest thing for me, what I always do is I just click print evidence cards, and then you got these beautiful prints. Print these out. I like to print them out in color. It gives them more effect, and then show that during the game. So that's really easy. And then we have the detective guide. So depending if I'm playing it or if I'm playing one of the suspects, I can pre-record it. There's some nice links here to create free, high-quality audio files that I can just kind of play during the night. And then we have the scripts down here as well. We can also save this to PDF. Any of these pages here could be saved as a PDF. So the host guide, if I want to print it off and have it on paper, I can. But the best part is like the sharing of this with the guests. So I can send the host materials to myself, but the best is that I can share this with any guest I want. So I can put in my email, mysterymaker.party, and then I just hit the send button, and boom, there it is. And I have it sitting in my inbox, and I can just, you know, at the party, have my phone with me, and I can look through my character guide, and it's really easy to look through. And if I want, I can also edit it as well. So say someone changes, they can't come anymore, whatever it is, I can change the email, I can change their name. You can also put in all the guests and all the emails, and just hit the send it all button, whatever you prefer. So that's kind of what you see on the back end. And that's it for Mystery Maker. You can see how easy it is to create a haunted murder mystery party kit in just minutes. It's tons of fun. It's super easy. So head over to mysterymaker.party and create your own kit today.